in our last class, we had already completed our chapter 4 planning and also completed all the topics of planning, as in what do you mean by planning, what are the features of planning, what are the importance of planning, what are the types of planning, what are the planning process, etc. So in today's class we will discuss about all the questions given in our NCERT book at the back side, so that we can decide, we can examine as in how the question can came in exam. It's not necessary that this kind of question only come in exam. They are just the illustrative list, they are just kind that you can practice your concept what you had learned about till yet. Clear? So let's start with our very first question, that is, what are the main points in the definition of planning? Okay, in definition of planning we know that what is the definition of planning. Let's see. Definition of planning generally deals with, it decides that you need to set objectives, as well as you need to tell about that how a work should be done, who is going to do that particular work, as well as what is the time required you need, what is the course of action you required. These are some steps that needs proper planning and its implementation. So here planning is generally a thinking and deciding in advance about what is to be done and how it is to be done. Planning is generally decides that you need to focus about what is to be done and how it is to be done. Then it is a mental activity, yeah, in which the manager decides about the goals to be achieved and actions through which they are to be accomplished. It is futuristic in nature. It is futuristic in nature, as it involves looking ahead along with the analysis and predicting the planning. Okay, let's discuss the meaning. Okay, planning always deals with the particular objectives which is to be set, that which decides what work has to be done and who is going to do such particular work. The key words in planning definition means setting objectives. One first keyword is setting objective. You need to set an objective to particular task or to particular goals or to particular targets, to achieve some targets, or to deal with the planning, as in why you are making plan or what is the end achievement of your plan. You need to set your objective. There must be a definite objective for the achievement of which planning is to be done. Next is time period. How does that implements in definition of planning, as in why it is necessary to maintain a plans for on the basis of time period, as in we need to think about that what kind of objective, what kind of achievement, what kind of project need to be completed, or I must say what is the I'm making a plan, how much time it will take to implement, as well as how much time it will require to measure as well as to focus such plan. Must be formulated for a definite time period. If a planning is not done with a time frame, it may prove a futile. For example, if you think to achieve your organizational goals, or I must say if you think to achieve your personal objectives, personal goals, like in 5 years you need to buy a bungalow, or you need to buy a Lamborghini or Audi, whatever the thing you want to like, or it says now in next 5 years you need to do that kind of hard work that will help you to achieve Audi or Lamborghini or bungalow or whatever you want, or whatever the way you put your efforts or hard work into that particular scenario. But if you don't set a time period that I want Audi, or I want a Lamborghini, or I want a bungalow in future, my dear, in future here doesn't represent as in when you require the exact goal, when you want to achieve your exact goal. So that requires that if you are sure about that after 5 years I'll get this thing, then you will work accordingly. But if you work regarding that I'll take these things, I will buy these things in future, so my dear friends, future is totally uncertain. You never consider it, or you never think about that either your Audi or Lamborghini you get in 5 years or 10 years or 50 years, you don't know about that. So that's why planning requires a particular time period. You need to set a particular time period. Clear, my friends? Next is formulating alternative courses of action. Yeah, while doing the planning we need to formulate multiple actions or multiple resources as well as multiple alternatives also, as in we need to analyze that which kind of alternative is suitable for best for me. how I can work, how my resources are, as well as how my pros and cons for each and every alternatives are to be dealt with me or my company's organization objectives. So it helps to formulate each and every alternative, whatever you think about that, each and every circumstances can happen, and you can think about plans for each and every alternative. For example, if plan A fails, then how plan B works, how plan C works. You need to formulate many alternatives for particular your action. Clear? Once the objective is decided, for next task is to be decide how it is to be achieved, and for the achievement of any objective there can be a various alternative course of action. These alternatives must be appropriately formulated. After formulating alternative courses, you need to decide which is the best course of action, or which is the best alternative suits you, which is the best plan requires, or best strategy or best alternative helps you to achieve your organization objectives, as well as to utilize your resources in an efficient and effective manner. Clear? Deciding course of action from the various available alternatives, the best one must be decided. Clear, my friends? This is the question. Let's revise the question again. What are the main points in the definition of planning? First is setting objectives, time period, formulating alternative courses of action, then deciding a course of action. Clear? Let's see our next question. How does planning provide direction? Is planning provides direction, or planning helps to direct? Yes, my dear friends. How? As in, planning is something like you know that what you want to do in future, or as well as you want to know, or you know in advance, as in how I can achieve my targets, how I can achieve my objectives, as well as how I can utilize my resources. You are knowing about all these kind of stuff in your advance. As in, if you are going, or if you are selecting the path A or plan A for particular task, then what will happen? If you select the plan B for particular task, then what will happen? Then now it's up to you that you have to decide whether which plan is suitable and how it is to be measured. Whenever you make a plan, creates a plan, then my dear friends, you are not only the formulating the plan, it's time to implement or monitor or measure simultaneously. As in how, while making the plan, you are just only the drafting the plan, or you are just the formulating the plan. But while implementing the plan, you need to cross check whether all the blueprints or all the steps should be taken by an organization to achieve, or as well either any step or any process or any production requirement or any planning process or decision making refuses or ignored or not. So we need to analyze, or we need to direct it step by step whether such particular task is going as per my plan or not. Clear? See, planning states in advance what is to be done. It defines the goals and objectives to be achieved. These goals and objectives are stated in the plan, gives direction to the managers about what course of action is to be followed for achieving them. It gives directions to the managers. It gives direction to the managers about what course of action is to be followed for achieving them, achieving the plan. Okay. Next is planning ensures clarity in thoughts so that the right action is taken. Sorry. Right action taken in the right direction for the achievement of objectives. Planning helps to create a right direction, or to give you a right direction, so that your objectives, you can watch that your objectives are on right track or not. Planning ensures that each department in the organization works in a coordinated manner towards the common objective of the organization. That is, with the planning, each department knows exactly what is to be done, and thereby they moves into the right direction. As I already told you that with the help of planning, you know in advance, as in what is required to do, how you want to do, as well as how you can do. All such thing comes under the meaning of planning as a direction. Clear, my friends? Next question is, do you think planning can work in a changing environment? What does that mean? Changing environment is here dynamic environment. as we know the feature of planning, it is also the feature of planning that it is a dynamic in nature. How is it dynamic in nature? As in, my dear friends, if you are setting a plan or if you are creating a plan, then it's not necessary that particular plan is applicable to each and every situation, each and every scenario. There may be a future uncertainties can be happen, or there may be a negative consequences, or there may be a external forces to the organization like government policies, customer trends, or something. These kind of forces may affect to your plan, or any particular thing which affects your plan or which affects you that don't you get achieve your organization objective on time. It always we need to implement or we need to change our existing plan to the new plans, new strategies or new policies, so that whenever we think like that our organizational goals are not able to achieve, then what we require to first step, what we require to do, our first step is to evaluate our existing plan, as in why my plan is getting failed, as well as why I am going down, why my targets are not achieved. You need to understand all these kind of things. Then in the next step you need to try to change an existing plan, or you need to formulate a new plan. So it requires that you need to plan in each and every situations accordingly. It's a dynamic in nature. It can't be fixed for each and every situation. It may change in each and every situations or circumstances. Clear? Let's see. No, planning may not work right in changing environment. Business environment is dynamic in nature and changes continuously. For example, political conditions, social conditions, consumer taste. As I already told about you that sometimes external forces of organization also impact to the planning, as in government changes rules and regulations, government made any new laws, taxation policies changes, trends can be changed. So planning requires to deal with this kind of external forces also. You can't say that planning is to be remain stable. You must need that you must have multiple plans or backup plans for particular targets or particular objectives. Planning cannot foresee such changes and may prove futile. That is, due to uncertainty of future, planning may remain ineffective. Okay. Plan of an organization may not foresee such changes and may prove ineffective. The production and sales plan of the organization must change as per the changing market demand. The planning of regarding marketing department, purchase department, sales department is generally deals with demand raised by customers or the supply given by your vendors. So generally we think about that these particular kind of stuff impact to our organization or not. Clear? So our next question is, if planning involves working out details for the future, why does it not ensure? If planning involves working out details for the future, then why we can't sure that it will be successful or it will be a achievement or it can help you to achieve objectives? Why? Because my dear friends, future is totally uncertain for you. You need to elaborate, you need to think about that what kind of possibilities can be happen in your future. But still sometimes like in case a experienced manager deals with, as he knows that what kind of future uncertainties can be happen to that particular organization. But suppose what if some natural disaster happen, that won't be a future uncertainty, may be experienced by the ex senior or senior manager. Some natural calamity may happen or anything, something bad or worse to the organization is happen, which is never happened to the experience of such particular senior manager. Then what will you tell about that? You can't reframe the policies or you can't reframe the emergency situation plans so that you can't able to do or you can't able to achieve your targets. So now you require that you need to take a plan, but my dear friends, future is totally uncertain. You need to take a possibility, you can take possibilities for each and every possibility can happen in future, but still it is uncertain because you don't know what kind of future deals with your organization. That's why our planning can't assure that this plan will guarantee you success. It can't assure you, because if you are making a plan and your future goes as per your plan, then my dear friends, then you can achieve your targets. But if you are making a plan and your organizational future is not going as per your plan, as in it affect with your any government policies, any natural disasters or anything, then my dear friends, you can't able to achieve your targets. Clear? It is true that planning is a forward looking function and is based on analysis and predicting the future elements. However, future involves uncertainty and cannot be predicted. What I told you, that future is totally uncertain and cannot be predicted. There are various external forces that affect the function of an organization. These forces are complex and ever changing in nature. For example, social trends, political conditions, technologies, government rules and regulations change continuously. So we have to deal with all kind of uncertainties can happen in future. Due to such uncertainties, one cannot be sure of the success rate of the plans. Rather, the plans need to be modified to adapt the changing environment. Clear? For example, suppose due to entry of a competitor, demand of products of company reduces. Whenever a new entrant or new competitor enters into the market, demand of your organization may be reduced, or as well as quantity or quality of your product may be reduced, or your price may be getting high and the competitor's price is getting lower, as well as your competition substitute products are good, better than you. So they all impact to your planning of the organization. Clear? Our next question is, why are rules considered to be plans? As in, we already know about that rules are generally type of which plan? Single plan or standing plans. Rules are generally a type of standing plans. Okay, that's the one thing, that this is the type of standing plan, as in it can be set on a recurring basis, on a over and over again basis, so that you can change or you can modify, you can update rule anytime you want. Now, how it deals with the plan, how it is similar to plan, my dear friends, rule is also similar, just like similar to plan, as in it makes some rigidness in the organization, as in if you want to do this particular thing, then you need to achieve, you can achieve such our targets. Like for example, in case of rules, you made a rule to the employees that each and every employee should punch their attendance on the biometric system. This is the rule of the organization. Now, what does that mean and how it is to be said? If each and every employee punches their thumbprint on the biometric system, then they will get the salary according to their time, their calculation, how much they worked, when they came in the office, when they go out to the office. So all the salary, all the calculations done with that particular timing. If we can ask about the entry and exit punching, then we can give them salary accordingly. But if we don't ask them about entry and exit punching, then we may give them more salary or excess salary, as in if in case any employee is going to do half day for working, as well as he is on leave, or if he is not doing the work properly, then maybe organization may pay such employees as in full remuneration. But if as an organization they pay such amount or such remuneration to that employees, then my dear friends, those who are the regular employees or those who are doing their work on an honest basis or with a proper confidence as well as honesty, they will get rude, because it seems like यहाँ तो कुछ भी करने के बाद भी पैसा मिल रहा है, तो कुछ करो चाहे मत करो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. As in, company won't bother whether you are doing the work or not, we must get the salary. So that's it. So this is the rigid rules we are required to form an organization to complete or to achieve our targets on time. See, Rules refers to specific statements that inform about what is to be done. Rules generally deals with to inform about what is to be done. Plans also deals with this. They are very similar in nature. Rules are considered to be simplest of plans. Planning aims at thinking and deciding about the futuristic course of action. Yeah. And rules are statements that help in deciding if an action is to be taken or not. Planning deals with the futuristic of action, as well as rules decide if your action is taken or not. Because if rules are not followed, then any disciplinary action or penalties should be invited or should be charged to your employee or to the organization, to the person who is not following such rules. Non-compliance of rules leads to disciplinary actions. Yeah, rules are rigid in nature, followed as it is unless change is stated, and the example we had already discussed about this. Clear, my friends? Our last question in short answer questions is, what kind of strategic decisions are taken by business organizations? How business can take strategic decisions? How we can take the good decisions or make a good strategy? Before that, we need to understand that what do you mean by strategy is here. Strategy generally deals with that how you can achieve your targets, or as well as how you can go to the plans, how you can formulate or implement your plans, as well as it deals with three broad dimensions in strategy formulating, as in you need to require three things to measure or to make a strategy. What are these things? To determine the objective, initially you need to determine what is the objective. Clear? To decide the course of action, next you need to decide the course of action, as in what kind of course of action you are required to do. And the last, appropriate allocation of objectives for the achievement of objectives. Whenever you decide the objective and looking for multiple alternatives, now it's time to decide which alternative suits you, which alternative can help you to achieve your target, achieve your objectives. So allocate that particular alternative or that particular strategy to implement such plans. Clear? There, following are a few strategic decisions. These are examples of strategic decisions that can be made by a company while forming a strategy. Decisions like deciding about which line of business we need to deal with, as in we need to expand our business, or we need to contraction, or we need to do the continuation of business, or we need to shut down our business. Next is whether a new line of production should be adopted or not. If I need to enter into a new production or not, I need to enter into a new market, I need to purchase a new company or not. These all are kind of stuff of strategies. What positions should the company aim for in the existing market? What is the company's position in existing market is also a part of your strategies. What kind of pricing policy should be used? How I can price my products? What should be the pricing policy? As in I must charge about the highest rates, more rates, or as I charge the cheapest rates, or as I charge the effective rates. So it all deals with the pricing policy, what kind of pricing policy you deal with. Okay. Last, decisions regarding the advertising policy and cost. You need to decide how your advertising policies may be formed, how much the cost you can utilize, you can spend on your advertisement. So it all deals with your strategic decisions. Clear? We had discussed about all the short questions given in our NCERT book. So my dear friends, have a look, have a read, and take care. Thank you.